So good morning everyone. Chalo, let us start today with the ADL matrix. So what is ADL matrix everyone? ADL matrix. What is the full form of ADL? Anybody can tell me? What is the full form of ADL? Yes, Arthur D. Little. It is known as Arthur D. Little, right or not? So as per Arthur D. Little, now what is the portfolio analysis you can do? So Arthur D. Little, basically this is a 4 into 5 means what? 20 matrix. It's a 4 into 5 means what? There are there are 4 columns and there are 5 rows which we have to understand here. Are you getting the point? 4 columns and 5 rows. So what are the two dimensions in the Arthur D. Little is product life cycle and competitive position. Product life cycle and competitive position. So anybody can tell me what are the two dimensions when it comes to BCG analysis? What were the two dimensions we kept on x-axis and y-axis when it was BCG? Yeah, market share and market growth. And when it was ENSOF, what was those two? When it was ENSOF, products and markets, right? And now we are doing the ADL. In the ADL, what are the two dimensions? Product life cycle and industry competitiveness. Now let's say, for example, let me show you. Now this is what the ADL is all about. Are you getting the point? This is what ADL is all about. So let's take an example. Let's take an example of telecom industry. Let's take an example of which industry? Telecom industry. So in the telecom industry, what is going to be now? Yesterday we have done PLC. Everyone, what is PLC? How many stages of PLC are there? Everyone, please tell me. How many stages of PLC are there? 4 stages. One is known as introduction, growth, and one is known as maturity and declining. So are you able to see the life cycle on the above? Are you able to see the life cycle on the above? These are the life cycle on the above. Are you able to see that? So 5G, 4G, 4G, 3G. Now what is 5G everyone? Tell me what is 5G everyone? 5G is at the introduction stage or already growing, and yes, 5G is the introduction stage. 4G at the growth stage and 4G at the maturity stage. Why? Because 4G is growing right now, but when the 5G will be settled in India, 4G also will become the maturity or not? Everyone, are you understanding? So just now 5G is introducing, 4G is at growing, but when the 5G will become grow, the 4G will become matured or not? And nowadays in India, 3G is what? 3G is matured growth or 3G is declining? 3G internet services are declining. Yes. So did you understand the product life cycle of telecom industry? Did you understand the product life cycle of telecom industry? Yes. And now on the left side, you can see that 5 dominant positions are there. You can see the 5 competitive positions are there. 4 product life cycle are there and 5 competitive positions. So one is dominant position. One is known as dominant position. One is known as strong position, favorable position, tenable position, and weak position. Are you able to see all these 5 positions? Yes. So 5 into 4, total how many matrices? 20 matrices. So 4 columns are there and 5 rows are there. I hope you all are able to see it. 4 columns are there and 5 rows are there. Now, who is the dominant player in the telecom industry right now? Who is the dominant player? Jio. Followed by Airtel, followed by Vodafone, followed by Idea. And the last player, let's not write Uninor. Uninor to not there in the market right now. Let's write BSNL. Let's talk about what? BSNL. Okay. So let's write BSNL as a last topic, right? So these are the various things which you are there. So total 4 by 5 matrix is there in front of you. Total 4 by 5 matrix is there in front of you. Yes. Okay. So let us start with the first point, everyone. Now, when the 5G will be introduced in India, let's talk about this point. When the 5G will be introduced in India, what Jio will do? What Jio will do? Jio will do the all-out push. Jio will do what? All-out push, and Jio will hold its position or not? Tell me, everyone. Jio is already at which position? Dominant position. Jio is already at which position? Dominant position. So Jio would like to hold its position in a 5G market. Am I correct? So let us first talk about the Jio, then we'll talk about the Airtel, then we'll talk about the Vodafone, then we'll talk about the Idea, then we'll talk about the BSL. So we are going to go in a row wise. Okay, everyone? So when the 5G will be introduced, what the Jio will do? Jio would like to do the all-out push and hold the position. When the 4G will become growth, when the 4G will be at the growth stage, now what the Jio will do? You all have to remember these words. What the Jio will do? Hold the position. When the 4G will be at its growing stage, what the Jio will do? Hold the position. When the 4G at maturity stage, hold the position and grow with the industry. Hold the position and grow with the industry. And when the 3G is at declining stage, hold the position. So everyone, please tell me, what are the 4 product life cycle positions the Jio would like to have? Tell me, at the time of 5G. All out push means, Chaitanya, all out push means it will do everything. It will do everything to hold its position. That is what we mean by all out push. All out push means what? It will try to maintain its dominant position or not. Yes or no? The Jio would like to maintain its dominant position, so it will do every possible thing to hold its position. That is what we mean by all out push. Are you getting the point? Now say for example, Chaitanya, I am the best faculty of India. Say for example, I am the number 1 faculty of India in strategic management. Now, if I want to hold my position, can I lose my subject, or I have to do more and more hard work? Tell me, Chaitanya, do I have to do the more and more hard work or not to hold my position? If I will lose my position to somebody else, will I come to the number 2 position or not? Yes. So this is what do you mean by all out push. Did you understand? Did you understand now the meaning of all out push? Yes. So everyone, please tell me, what are the 4 positions of Jio? What are the 4 positions of Jio in the product life cycle of internet service? What is the first one? All out push, hold the position. When the 4G is growing, hold the position. When the 4G is matured, hold the position, grow with the industry. And when the 3G is declining, hold the position. Because why everywhere hold the position, hold the position, hold the position, return? Because it is already a which player? Tell me, everyone, it is already a which player? Dominant player. It is already a which player? Dominant player. Am I correct or not? Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone? Now, let us talk about the Airtel. Let us talk about the Airtel now. Now, Airtel is a dominant player or second number player? Airtel is a dominant player or strong player? Strong player. Now, Airtel would like to hold the position, or Airtel would like to improve the position? Tell me one thing. Second number player would like to hold as a second number player, or second number player in the market would like to come at number 1? So if you want to come at number 1, would you like to improve the position or not? Would you like to improve the position or not? Yes. So see, all out push and improve the position. All out push and improve the position. And instead of hold the position, improve the position. And in the third one also, improve the position and grow with the industry. And in the 3G, hold the position, harvest and phase out slowly. Now tell me one thing everyone, 3G is still stable in India or slowly going out of India? 3G is still there in India or slowly going out of India? Slowly going out. Now when the Jio is already holding the position, whether the Airtel should also do the same? No. Airtel should harvest and phase out slowly. Slowly Airtel shall move out. I hope everyone is crystal clear, because don't worry, within 5 minutes you are going to give me a test online right now in the class. Okay? Make sure that you are concentrating, everyone. Okay? So tell me, what are the 4 positions of the Airtel, everyone? What are the 4 positions of Airtel, everyone? All out push and improve the position. Second one, improve the position. Third one, improve the position and grow with the industry. And the fourth one, hold, harvest and phase out slowly. Now tell me everyone, dominant position and the strong position is there inside your head? Dominant position and strong position is there inside your head? Yes everyone? Okay. Now who is the third player? Who is the third player? Vodafone. Who is the third player? Vodafone. Now third player can maximum reach to second position or can go to the first position. Third player, maximum he can reach to which position? Second position. That's why not all out push. That's why not all out push. It is a which push? It's not all out push. It is a which push everyone? Selective push. It is known as which push everyone? Selective push. Because third player will come to the second player. Second player may go to the first player. Are you getting the point or not? Are you understanding my point? So that is why not all out push. It is what? Selective push and try to improve. Not improve. What is the word in the Airtel we have used? Improve. But in the Vodafone we are using improve or try to improve? We are using improve or try to improve? Try to improve. Okay. When the 4G will be matured, again not improve. Try to improve. Not improve, try to improve. When the 4G will be at the maturity stage, custody, maintain, niche, product. Anybody knows the meaning of these 4 words? Custody means what? Now tell me one thing. When the 4G will be at maturity stage, everyone listen to this. When the 4G will be at the maturity stage, whether already Airtel and Jio is taking care of that or not? When the 4G will be at the maturity stage, already Airtel and Jio is taking care of or not? Yes. So at that point of time, if the Vodafone wants to survive, Vodafone has to do the custody of 4G. It has to maintain the 4G strength. It has to find some niche. What do you mean by niche, everyone? It has to give some offers. If the Vodafone wants to survive, it has to give some offers. And it wants to protect its position. Am I correct or not? Niche means giving some different offers what the other players are not giving. Did you understand the meaning of niche? Are you getting the point? So if the Vodafone wants to survive, remember these words: custody, maintain, niche and protect. What are the 4 words? Custody, maintain, niche and product. Okay, everyone try to tell me what the Vodafone should do in the 3G market. What the Vodafone should do in the 3G market. Hold, harvest and phase out, or directly phase out and harvest? Hold, harvest and phase out, or directly phase out and harvest? Directly phase out. So are you able to see any word hold here? Are you able to see any word hold here? No, because you can see it only in case of Jio and Airtel. I hope all of you are understanding the 12 positions. Don't worry, we'll practice one. Okay? All are clear with the 12 positions? Yes, everyone? Okay. Next one. Next one. What is the fourth player? Who is the fourth player? Who is the fourth player, everyone? Idea is the fourth player. Now, when the idea is the fourth player, idea will also try to do like fourth player can reach to which position? Fourth player can reach to which position? Third position. So, idea will also try to do selective push and try to improve. Idea will also do selective push and try to do. Is it correct or not? Idea will also like to do selective push and try to improve. Clear? Now, when the 4G will be at the growing stage, what the idea should do? What Vodafone was doing at 4G maturity stage, that's what idea has to do at 4G growing stage. Are you understanding? Now look at this. Well, what the Vodafone was doing at the 4G maturity stage, idea has to do at 4G growing stage. Are you able to understand? Are you able to understand? Why? Because why? Because Vodafone, Airtel and Jio are already taking care of that. Did you understand the point? Now tell me, Idea will be able to survive or unable to survive? Idea will be able to survive or unable to survive? Idea will be unable to survive. So what Vodafone was doing at the 4G maturity stage, Idea has to do at 4G growing stage. Are you understanding the point? Clear? And what Vodafone was doing at the fourth stage, Idea has to do it in the third stage. What Vodafone was doing at the fourth stage, Idea has to do it in the third stage. Are you understanding the connection? Are you understanding the connection? And in the last one, is it harvest phase out? In the last one, is it harvest phase out or liquidate, winding up and divest? In the last one, liquidate, winding up and divest. Now, who is the poorest player in the telecom market? Who is the poorest player in the telecom market? BSNL. So tell me, any push or up or out? Any push or up or out? Up or out? What do you mean by up or out, everyone? Yes, what do you mean by up or out, everyone? What do you mean by up or out? Either this way or that way. Either it will survive or it will be out of the market. So no push, nothing, because you are already a fifth player. You can't become the first, second, third player. Are you getting the point? So either up or out. Either up or out. Are you understanding the position of BSNL in the 5G market? Do you think that BSNL will come with the 5G option? No, BSNL can't afford because it's the most loss-making company of the government. It's the most loss-making company of the government. Are you understanding the point, everyone? So it is up or out. Next point. Next point. Turn around and abandon. What is the next point? Turn around and abandon. What is the next point? Turn around and withdraw. Turn around or withdraw. Try to turn around or withdraw. And the last one, winding up, liquidation, divest. Winding up, liquidation, divest. I hope everyone is understanding. I hope everyone understood. So, do you want to practice one so that you will get the confidence? Do you want to practice one? Chalo, let us do one practice. So tell me, let us do one practice. Are you able to see the same things? Are you able to see the same things? So tell me, what are the four stages? Introduction, growth, maturity, aging. What are the five positions? Dominant, strong, favorable, tenable, weak. Filling the blanks, everyone. Who is at the introduction stage? 5G. Who is at the introduction stage? 5G, 4G, 4G, 3G. Who is the dominant player? Jio, then Airtel, then Vodafone, then Idea, and then BSNL. Everyone, please tell me what Jio will do. Box number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Everyone, please tell me what Jio will do in 5G. What Jio will do in 5G? All out push and hold the position. Correct or not? All out push and hold the position. What Jio will do in 4G growth? Hold the position. Very nice. What Jio will do in the maturity? Hold the position and grow with industry. Hold the position and grow with industry. Clear? What the Jio shall do in the 3G? Hold the position. Very nice. Okay. Now what the Airtel should do in the 5G? What the Airtel should do in the 5G? All out push and improve the position. Not hold the position. Mrulanani. All out push and hold the position or improve the position? Improve. All out push and improve. Okay. At the 4G, improve. At the 4G maturity, improve and grow with industry. And in the last one, everyone, in the last one, hold, harvest, and phase out. Hold, if not hold, harvest, if not house out, harvest, phase out slowly. Everyone write CC if you understood. Okay, now tell me what the idea should do. Sorry, what the Vodafone should do. Sorry, Vodafone. 5G. Yes, very nice. Try to improve. Okay, what the Vodafone should do in 4G growth? Yes, try to. But what the Vodafone should do in the 4G maturity? Custody, maintain, custody, maintain, niche, and protect. Am I correct or not? Custody, maintain, niche, and protect. Everyone clear? Okay. What Vodafone should do in the 3G? Hold, harvest or harvest and phase out? Harvest and phase out. Clear everyone? Yes? Okay. What the idea should do? Idea should do. Try to improve. What idea should do? Try to improve. Acha, what idea should do in the 4G growth? Same. Am I correct or not? Same. Is it correct everyone? Yes. And what idea should do in the 4G maturity? Same. Is it correct or not? Yes. And what the idea should do in the 3G everyone? What idea should do in the 3G everyone? Divest. Okay. What the BSNL should do in the 5G? Yes, very nice. Up or out. And here, turn around or abandon. And next one, 4G maturity, turn around or withdraw. Turn around or withdraw. And the last one, divest, liquidate, or wind up. Everyone write CC if you understood the ADL matrix. It was bigger one, but I hope you all understood the meaning behind it. Yes, everyone? Chalo. So let us proceed with the last analysis what we are left with. What is the last analysis what we are left with? The last analysis what we are left with is called what? GE analysis. GE analysis. Now what are the names of GE, everyone? It is known as General Electric. It is known as McKinsey also. It is also known as traffic signal. Yes, stoplight also. Yeah, same thing. Traffic signal. It is also known as 3 by 3 matrix, 9 cell matrix. It is also known as business planning matrix. So let me tell you one thing, guys. GE matrix. GE matrix is basically very similar to BCG. GE matrix is very similar to BCG. Now tell me, in the BCG, what were the two dimensions? In the BCG, what were the two dimensions we kept? Market share and market growth. In the GE also two dimensions are there. In the GE also two dimensions are there. But instead of market share, it is known as business strength. Instead of market share, it is known as what? Business strength. And instead of market growth, it is known as market attractiveness. Okay, everyone? Market attractiveness. Clear, everyone? Did you understand? So instead of market share, it is business strength, and instead of market growth, it is market attractiveness. Rest remaining everything is same. Actually, it is a investment portfolio analysis. It is a which portfolio analysis? Investment portfolio analysis. Now tell me, 3 by 3 means what? How many rows and how many columns? 3 rows and 3 columns. 3 rows, 3 columns. So tell me, on the left side, on the y-axis, business strength, and on the x-axis, market attractiveness. Is it 3 rows and 3 columns now? Is it the 3 rows and 3 columns now? Yes. High market attractiveness, medium market attractiveness, low market attractiveness. High market business strength, medium business strength, and low business strength. Now I will ask you some questions, everyone. I will ask you one question, everyone. Do you have any idea relating to stock market? Everyone, do you have some little bit idea relating to stock market? Now, suppose everyone, listen to this very carefully. Ready? Ready, everyone? Now listen. Suppose there is a share in the market. Suppose there is one share in the stock market which is having the highest business strength and which is having the highest market attractiveness. The company is having highest business strength, and company is having high market attractiveness. Would you like to invest in that share, or you would like to divest in that share? Invest. So what is the column number 1 will come? What is the box number 1 will come? Invest. What is the box number 1 will come? Invest. Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone? Okay. There is the share who is having the, tell me, everyone, what is box number 4? Try to give me the answer for the box number 4. High market attractiveness but medium business strength. High market attractiveness, medium business strength. Divest or still invest? Yes, still invest. Okay, tell me the box number 2. Tell me the box number 2. Medium market attractiveness but high business strength. Everyone. Yes, still what? Invest. Okay, tell me the box number 9. Tell me the box number 9. Low market attractiveness and low market strength. Tell me, invest or divest? It is going to be divest. Are you getting the point? It is going to be divest. Now tell me, what is going to be 8? Column number 8. What is going to be column number 8? Low business strength but medium market attractiveness. Column number 8. Invest or divest? Divest. But we will not write divest, everyone. We will use the word little bit better. That is called harvest. What is the word we are going to use? What is the word we are going to use? Harvest. Right? Okay, tell me. What is the column number 6? What is the column number 6? Low market attractiveness but medium market. Yes. Very nice. Harvest. Harvest. And tell me, what will come in column number 7, 5 and 3? Is it going to be harvest, divest, invest or protect? Is it going to be harvest, divest or protect? 7, 5 and 3, everyone. Protect, protect, protect. Are you getting the point? If you have any kind of share in your portfolio, which is having the lowest, now look at the column number 3, everyone. Lowest market attractiveness but highest business strength or not? Column number 3. Lowest market attractiveness but highest business strength or not? Yes, so we should protect. Now, do you want to practice one? Do you want to practice, everyone? Yes. So let us do one practice. So tell me, let us do one practice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Tell me, everyone, what is the column number 1? Box number 1. Invest. Box number 7. Box number 7. Very nice. Protect. Box number 6. Box number 6. Very nice. Harvest. Box number 2. 2, 2. Invest. West. Box number 5 and 3. Protect. Protect. Box number 8 and 9. What is 8 and 9? What is 8? Harvest. And what is 9? Divest. Then box number 4, everyone. Invest. Crystal clear with all the portfolio analysis? Yes. BCG, ADL, ANSOF, all the portfolio analysis are over? Yes, everyone. Now, let us start with the next topic. Let us start with the next topic called, okay, there are some topics which I have to ask you. Let me ask you one question. Let us start with your business level strategies. Tell me one thing, whether an organization or whether an entity, or whether a business, whether an organization, entity, or business should be proactive or it should be reactive? Tell me, what is your answer? Whether a business should be proactive or reactive or mix of both? Whether a business should be proactive or reactive or mix of both? Yes, the answer is every business should be mix of both. Every business should be mix of both. What do you mean by mix of both? It should be proactive and it should be what? Reactive. Now, did you get the point? So the best business is that business which is a mix of both, everyone. Becoming only proactive is also not healthy for your business, and becoming only reactive is also not healthy for your business. Should I give you one example? Should I give you one example? Now listen. Look at that example. Do you know Samsung mobiles? Do you know Samsung mobiles? Now, tell me one thing. Is Samsung is proactive in the technology or reactive in the technology? Technology wise, Samsung is proactive or reactive? Whether the Samsung brings the new. Now, tell me one thing, everyone. Samsung copies the technology or it brings the technology? Samsung copies the technology. From whom the Samsung copies? Tell me. So then what do you think that Oppo, Apple and Samsung, they are never same. Apple is on iPhone. Apple is on iPhone. What do you say? iOS. And Samsung is using Android. How they can copy each other? Do you think that the Apple features are there in Samsung? No, you have a wrong misconception. Now, if I have to give you the option Apple, Samsung, Oppo, Vivo, now tell me, who are the proactive players? Who are the reactive players? Who are the proactive players? Who are the reactive players? Remember one thing, Apple and Samsung are the proactive players. Do they introduce the technology first in the market or not? Do they introduce the technology first in the market or not? Yes. Do they introduce the technology first in the market or not? New technology? Yes, they introduce the new technology in the mobiles first in the market. Who copies them? Who copies them? Oppo and Vivo are the reactive players. Who copies them? Oppo and Vivo are the reactive players. So Oppo and Vivo copies Samsung and Apple. Are you getting the point or not? Everyone, are you understanding what I'm saying? So remember one thing, Apple and Samsung are the which players? Proactive players. And Oppo and Vivo are the which players? Reactive players. Now, do you see the same features of the Samsung mobile and Apple phone in the Oppo and Vivo after 1 or 2 months of the launch or not? Did you understand or not? Now, let me ask you very thing. Uh, you know this that notch screen. This is called notch screen. Who introduced first time the notch screen? Who introduced the notch screen? Apple. First time Apple introduced. But who copied it? Oppo, Vivo. Copied it or not? So tell me, who is the proactive player? Apple is a proactive player. Oh, and Oppo and Vivo are what? Reactive player. Are you getting the point? So tell me one thing. What do you mean by proactive strategy? And what do you mean by reactive strategy? Give me the answer, everyone. What is proactive strategy and what is reactive strategy? when taking or fighting, when taking action or fighting with your external environment by taking the first move, by taking the first move is known as proactive strategy. Did you get the point or not? When you take the first move, when you take the first move on your environment, when you are ready to take the risk on your environment, that is known as which strategy, everyone? Proactive strategy. Now, what do you mean by reactive strategy, everyone? Waiting for proactive players result, waiting for proactive player result, whether he is successful or failure. Accordingly, taking cautious step, that is known as reactive strategy. Are you able to understand the wordings of both the sides? Are you understanding the wordings of both the sides? So those who do not think about the output, those who take the first step, those who take the first move on their environment is known as proactive players, and those who wait for the proactive players' success or failure and then they take a cautious step, that players are known as what? Reactive players. Now tell me one thing, in the case of defense system, in the case of defense and army system, India is a proactive player or India is a reactive player? Tell me one thing, when it comes to defense, India is a proactive player or US is a proactive player? Technology and defense. US. India copies it or not? Yeah, India is reactive. India is reactive. Now tell me, when the terrorist attack comes, Pakistan is a reactive player or Pakistan is a proactive player? Proactive. India is what? Reactive. India is what? Reactive. Did you get the point or not? Pakistan is proactive player and India is reactive in that. So that is what you mean by proactive strategy and reactive strategy. Acha, tell me, where there will be a high risk, where there will be a high risk in the proactive and reactive, where there will be a high risk? Yes, high risk. But whether the high risk comes with high returns? Yes. And there will be low risk and low returns. Clear, everyone? Okay. Who becomes a leader? A proactive player or a reactive player? Who becomes a leader in the market? Yes. Gives leadership position. Proactive player gets the leadership position in the market. Now on the other side, follower position. Which position? Follower position. So every business, so what is our conclusion? What is our conclusion? Every business should be a mix of what? Every business should be a mix of what? Both proactive plus reactive strategy. Clear, everyone? Right, CC? If you understood both. Right, CC, if you understood both. Acha. Next thing. There's one very important topic. Strategic uncertainty. Do you know this topic? What do you mean by strategic uncertainty? Tell me one thing. Is a strategy certain or uncertain? Is strategy certain or uncertain? We are doing our chapter number 4, everyone. Oh, sorry, 5, everyone. Is a strategy certain or uncertain? Strategy is uncertain. Okay. Answer is, sir, strategy is uncertain. Why uncertain? Yes, very nice, very nice, very nice, Chaitanya. Because strategy is present oriented or future oriented? Strategy is future oriented. And future is certain or uncertain? Future is uncertain. So as future is uncertain, that makes strategy also uncertain. Clear, everyone? Did you understand the point? This is the answer. So is strategy certain or uncertain? Answer is strategy is uncertain. Why strategy is uncertain? Because strategy is future oriented, and future is certain or uncertain? Future is uncertain. If the future is uncertain, that makes the strategy also uncertain. I hope everyone is crystal clear. Yes. Okay. But tell me one thing, everyone. Let's correlate it with your CA exams. Let's correlate it with your CA exams. Okay. Tell me, everyone. You know the results of the CA exams. Every one of you attending the class, are you having a certainty of your results or you have uncertainty of your results? Can you all give me a guarantee that today you all are going to clear? Are you certain of your clearing your CA exams or you are uncertain? Uncertain. Am I correct or not? We all know that CA results and CA exams and results are always certain or uncertain. Exams this time are looking uncertain, but results are always uncertain. But do you know this fact or not? Do you know this fact already? So when you already know this fact that your result may come positive, may come negative, it means you will stop giving the exams or you will give the exams. Yes, you will give the exams. So are you going to fight with the uncertainty or not? Should we fight with the uncertainty or not? Yes. So the question is how to cope up with uncertainty. How to cope up with uncertainty. What is the question? How to cope up with uncertainty. Can anybody tell me how to cope up with the uncertainty of strategies? How to cope up with the uncertainty of strategies? There are total 3 steps, everyone. How many steps? There are total 3 steps. First one is known as, yes, very nice, very nice, very nice. First one is known as information gathering, and analysis. Very nice. What is the second one? Scenario analysis. What is the second one? Scenario analysis. And third one, flexible strategy. Third one is known as flexible strategy. Now, everyone, please understand, what do you mean by information gathering and analysis? Now, tell me one thing. Should we know our cluster? Should we know our environment? Should we know our environment? Yes. Gather information on environment. Gather information on environment. Analyze its impact. Analyze its what? Impact. That is what you mean by the step number 1. What is the step number 1, everyone? Information gathering and analysis. You should know your environment, gather the information on your environment, and analyze its impact on your business. Clear, everyone? Now, what is scenario analysis? Now, tell me one thing. Business should change according to the environment or environment should change according to the business? Tell me, business should change or environment should change? Yes, yes, business should change according to the environment. So scenario analysis means what? Allow the environment to affect or impact as it is. Now tell me one thing. Can you change the result of ICA? If the, God forbid, if the ICA will fail you, can you change it? God forbid, if the ICA will fail you, can you change that result? No. So you have to accept the result as it is. So allow the environment to affect or impact as it is to your business. But if the environment will affect your business as it is, next time in the May 21 when you will give the exams, will you do the same mistakes or you will change your strategy? The strategy which did not work in the November exams, are you going to follow the same strategy in the May 21 exams or you are going to change the strategy? You are going to change the strategy. Am I correct? That is what the third point. Ensure to adapt or adjust your business strategy as per the impact or influence of environment on business. Clear or not? That is why we always keep on saying that strategy is a what? Static thing or strategic is dynamic thing? Is strategic dynamic or strategic is static? Dynamic. Is strategic rigid? Is strategy rigid or flexible? Flexible. So you should always make sure that you have a flexibility in your strategy so that next time that business environment should not impact your business. Everyone right? CC, did you understand how to fight with the strategic uncertainty? So what are the three steps, everyone? Information gathering and analysis, scenario analysis, and flexible strategy. I hope you all agree with me. Yes? I hope you all agree with me. Yes? Okay. Now, let us understand the next point. Let us understand the next point. Do you know strategic alternatives? Do you know strategic alternatives? Yes. Can anybody tell me what is the another name of strategic alternatives? What is the another name of strategic alternatives? No. The another name of strategic alternative is generic strategies. What is another name of strategic alternatives? Generic strategies. Are you getting the point? This may come in the examination. What do you mean by generic strategies? And what do you mean by strategic alternatives? They both are same. Basically, there are two people, there are two persons who have introduced the generic strategies. Can anybody tell me the name of those two persons? One is known as Michael E. Porter and second one is Gluick and Josh. Clear? So there are two people who thinks that there are strategic alternatives. So these two people have the different strategic alternatives. So as for the Michael E. Porter, there are three strategic alternatives. How many? Three are there. Cost leadership, second one differentiation, and the third one focus. Are you getting the point? Cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. But as for the Gluick and Josh, there are three or there are four? As per Gluick and Josh, there are three or four? Four. Expansion, stability, retrenchment, and combination. Correct or not? That we have already discussed or not? Expansion, stability, retrenchment, combination. But we have to discuss in detail. We have to discuss in detail. So let us first understand Michael E. Porter. Now tell me, what are the three strategies of Michael E. Porter? cost leaders, differentiation, and the third one is what? Everyone, focus. Acha, tell me one thing. Who are known as cost leader players? Who would like to manufacture, produce the goods and services at highest cost or lowest cost per unit? Cost leaders are those who produce the goods at lowest cost per unit. Now tell me, who are differentiation marketplace? Who are differentiation marketplace? They also would like to produce at low cost. Lowest cost or low cost? Low cost per unit. They would also like to produce at low cost per unit with some premium features. Yes, with some premium features or unique features, so that they can charge little higher price. Do you all agree with that? Okay, let us talk about Sonata watches. Let us talk about Titan, and let's put the Rolex. Now tell me, is the category correct? Sonata is a cost leader, Titan is a differentiation, and Rolex is a focus strategy or not? Tell me one thing. Rolex is a watch of medium income level group, lower income level group, or rich people? Rolex, rich people. Titan can be afforded by medium income level people. Am I correct? And Sonata watch, those who are anyone can afford. So cost leaders. So I'm trying to put Sonata into cost leader, Titan into differentiation. Now tell me, what do you mean by focus strategy? What do you mean by focus strategy? Producing goods at the lowest cost or highest cost? Tell me, high cost per unit. Am I correct or not? Okay, difference number two. What kind of customers are there in the cost leaders? They are price sensitive or price insensitive? Price sensitive or price insensitive? Sir, price sensitive. Price sensitive customers. Now, Srija Naidu, listen to this, everyone. Now, suppose, let's say for example, Chaitanya, you are thinking of buying a Swift car. Chaitanya, listen to the example. You are thinking of buying a Swift car. Now, 1 week before when you asked the rate, it was 10 lakhs. Okay. 1 week before the rate was 10 lakhs. After 1 week when you went over there, now the dealer is saying that car is 11 lakhs. Now tell me whether 1 lakh matters to you, whether increase in the price of 1 lakh matters to you. 1 week back it was 10 lakhs. After 1 week it is 11 lakh. Now whether 1 lakh rupees matter to you, Chaitanya? Yes or no? So you are a price sensitive customer or you are a price insensitive customer? Tell me, Chaitanya. Sensitive. Now in the differentiation, relatively price sensitive. Remember one thing, in the examination, don't write the word price sensitive. What is the word you have to attach? Relatively. What is the word you have to attach? Relatively. If the price increase, customer may choose another. Yes, that's what. That's what, Rupesh. If the price will increase, customer will shift his focus, na? Customer will shift his choice from one brand to another brand. Am I correct? So tell me, everyone, in the differentiation strategy, customers are price sensitive or relatively price sensitive? Relatively. Okay. Now, Rupesh, give me one answer. Suppose you are a very rich person and you are going to buy a Lamborghini. What is the cost of Lamborghini car, Rupesh? Approximate cost of Lamborghini car is 5 crores. What is the cost? 5 crores. 1 week before you went there and the car dealer was saying 5 crores. Next week you went over there, he's saying 5 crore 25 lakhs. Now tell me, Rupesh, does 25 lakhs matters to you? If you can buy a car of 5 crore rupees, 25 lakhs matters to you? No. So you're a price sensitive person or you're a price insensitive? Yes, the price insensitive. I hope everyone is understanding. Yes, price insensitive. Okay. What is the targeted population of customers? Tell me. What is the targeted population of customer of the cost leaders? Very small or high? High. What is the targeted population? Medium. What is the targeted population? Very small. Limited. Limited section of society. Am I correct or not? Now tell me, everyone can buy the Rolex or very few people can buy the Rolex? So they target their customers very few. Okay, next point. What is the objective of the cost leaders? More market share or less market share? More market share. What is the objective of the differentiation? More market share or customer loyalty? Customer loyalty and retention. Am I correct? They want to retain their customers and customer loyalty. And what is the focus? What is the objective of the focus strategy? Highest standards of product or lowest standards of product? Highest customer satisfaction. Highest, not high. Highest customer satisfaction and highest safety standards with highest premium. Correct or not? Do you all agree with that? Now, when you buy a Lamborghini, do you have the highest safety standards or not? Yes. In the Lamborghini, even if you are riding it at 200 kilometers per hour, and God forbid if you meet with an accident, you can still survive. But in the Maruti Swift, even if you are a 40 kilometer per hour and if you meet with an accident, you may die. So where you have the highest standards of safety? In the Lamborghini or in the Maruti Swift? Lamborghini. Are you getting the point or not? Yes. Okay, next one. Tell me, what are the features of cost leaders? What are the features of cost leaders? Highest cost or low cost? Low cost, low overhead, low cost, low overhead, budget revisions. Am I correct or not? Less incentives, or intolerance, intolerance to wastages. Now tell me, do they waste the things or they do not waste the things? They do not waste the things because they are the cost leaders. If they will waste the things, their price of the product will go higher. So do they tolerate the wastages or they do not tolerate the wastages? They do not tolerate the wastages. Now tell me, what are the features of cost leaders? Customer loyalty, premium accessories, right? Premium accessories, better features. So these are the features of differentiation. Now tell me, what are the features of focus? What are the features of focused? Highest durability, highest safety standards. Clear? Okay. Tell me everyone, what are the risks of the cost leadership entities? What are the risks of cost leadership entity? Highest profit or low profit margins? Tell me, what are the risks of cost leaders? Everyone, tell me one thing. When the Maruti sells one Maruti Swift, do they earn 10 to 20 lakhs of profit? No. Their profit margin is very high or very less? Less profit margin. And very nice, Chaitanya. Very nice. Less profit margins. Outdated technology. Very nice. Outdated technology. Can't afford new technology. Can't afford new technology. Copy by other competitors. Am I correct or not? Yes. Fear of imitation. Very nice. Copy by other competitors. That is what you are trying to take, Muralalini? Copy by other competitors. Okay. What are the risks of, tell me, what are the risks of differentiation? Customer may find unjustified to pay higher price. Correct or not? Sometimes. Now tell me everyone. Okay. Chaitanya. Okay. Everyone, please give me the answer. If you are buying a Mercedes, do you get the rooftop or not? If you are buying a Mercedes car, do you get a rooftop? Yes. Do you get alloy wheels? Yes. Do you get the power steering? Do you get the air condition? Yes. The same things are available in the Honda City also or not? Rooftop is also available in the Honda City. Now, in that case, would you like to buy the same features for 20 lakhs or 50 lakhs? 50. No, no. 20 lakhs or 50 lakhs, I said. 20 lakhs. You would like to buy it for 20 lakhs. Instead of buying it for 50 lakhs, you would like to buy it for 20 lakhs. So sometimes, do you feel unjustified in paying the premium features? Yes. So that is what the risk of what? Differentiation. Now tell me, what is the risk of focus strategy? Do they have high profitability or low profitability? Highest profitability. They have the highest profitability. Therefore, danger of copy of technology by cost leaders and differentiation is higher. Am I correct or not? Due to the high profitability, everybody would like to copy the same what the focus is doing or not. Due to high profitability, everyone would like to copy what the focus is doing or not. Yes. So danger of copy of technology by cost leaders and differentiation is higher. I hope you all understood Michael E. Porter's three leaders. Did you understand Michael E. Porter's three strategic alternatives? Yes, everyone. And what is the last one? What is the second person who has given the strategic alternatives? Louis and Josh. We will only make a diagram. After that, we'll take a break. Okay? We'll make a diagram. After that, we'll take a break. And after the break, we'll do. So, as per the Gluick and Josh, how many strategies are there? Stability strategy, expansion strategy, then retrenchment, and the last one is combination. So, under the expansion, how many are there? 3 are there. Under the expansion, 3 are there. Intensification. Do you know this chart? mergers and acquisitions, and diversification. Correct, everyone? Yes, under the intensification, there are three: market penetration, market development, product development. Do you remember this NSOF? Yes or no? Do you remember that? But one is missing. What is missing? One is missing. Diversification. Do we have diversification separately or not? Yes. So under the merger, acquisitions and diversification, there are four. Vertical. Under the merger and acquisition and diversification, there are four. Vertical, horizontal, yes, concentric or cogeneric. It is both same. And last one is what? Conglomerate. Clear, everyone? Last one is conglomerate. Under the retrenchment, how many are there? Three. Turnaround, divestment, and what is the last one? Liquidation. And under the combination, any or no? No, nothing in combination. Can anybody tell me under the vertical how many are there? Two. Backward, forward. This is what we are going to understand after the break. Okay? This is what we'll understand after the break. It is 9:50 now. It is 9:50 now, everyone. Take a break up to 11:30. Okay? So we'll meet at 11:30. Sorry, not 11:30. Sorry. 10:30. Okay? Take a break up to 10:30. 10:30 to 11:30, 11:45. We'll have a 1 hour session. One and a half hour session. Okay? Okay? Hello. Take care. See you at 10:30, everyone. Come back by 10:30. Bye, everyone.